Have you ever wondered why a man who plotted to blow up the British Parliament is celebrated with bonfires and fireworks every year? Yes, you heard it right. The man in question is none other than the enigmatic Guy Fawkes, a name that has become synonymous with rebellion and protest. Guy Fawkes, an English soldier turned conspirator, is a paradoxical character that continues to fascinate us even 4 centuries after his death. He is best known for his role in the infamous Gunpowder Plot of 1605, a failed attempt to assassinate King James I and blow up the Houses of Parliament. The plan was audacious, the stakes were sky high, and the potential consequences could have changed the course of history. But, as we all know, the plot was foiled, Guy Fawkes was captured, and the rest is history. Yet every year, on the 5th of November, people across the United Kingdom light bonfires, set off fireworks, and burn effigies of Guy Fawkes, not as a sign of contempt, but as a form of celebration. It's a tradition known as Bonfire Night or Guy Fawkes Night. But why do we celebrate a man who attempted such a destructive act? The answer to that question is complex. Guy Fawkes has evolved into a cultural symbol, representing the spirit of rebellion and the fight against oppression. He has transcended his historical persona and become an enduring symbol of resistance against perceived tyranny. From being the face of the global hacktivist group Anonymous to inspiring the iconic mask in the movie V for Vendetta, the image of Guy Fawkes has found resonance in popular culture around the world. He has become a symbol of dissent, a face for the faceless, a voice for the voiceless. So, what is it about this man that continues to captivate our collective imagination? What led him down the path of treason? And how did his legacy morph into something bigger than the man himself? Join me as we delve into the history of Guy Fawkes and the Gunpowder Plot. Who was Guy Fawkes before he became the notorious figure we know today? Born in April of 1570 in York, England, Guy Fawkes was the second of 4 children to Edward Fawkes, a proctor and advocate of the consistory court at York, and his wife Edith. Tragically, his father passed away when he was just 8 years old. This event marked the beginning of a transformation that would see Guy Fawkes become a figure of infamy. Following his father's death, his mother remarried, this time to a devout Catholic. This was a significant influence on young Guy, leading to his conversion to Catholicism in his teenage years. This conversion was a bold and dangerous decision in a time when Catholics faced persecution in Protestant England. As Fawkes matured, so did his convictions. He left England for the continent, where he took up arms in the 80 Years' War against the Protestant Dutch Republic. This was his entry into a military career that would significantly shape his future. Serving under the command of the Catholic Spanish, he adopted the name Guido and earned a reputation as a man of action, a skilled and courageous soldier. The skills and connections he made during his military career proved crucial. It was during his time in the Spanish Netherlands that he met Thomas Wintour, a fellow Catholic and Englishman. Wintour was a key figure in what would later be known as the Gunpowder Plot. He saw in Fawkes a man of unwavering conviction, a man who could be trusted with a dangerous secret. This meeting marked the beginning of Fawkes' involvement in the plot that would forever etch his name into the annals of history. Guy Fawkes, a military man turned religious zealot, was about to play a key role in one of the most audacious plots in history. What drove a group of men to plot the destruction of their government? The answer lies in the turbulent England of the early 17th century, a time when religion and politics were inextricably linked. Let's take a step back to the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, during which England had become predominantly Protestant. This shift was not without friction, and many Catholics felt marginalized, creating a simmering tension. When King James I took the throne in 1603, he was initially seen as a beacon of hope for the Catholic minority, as his mother, Mary Queen of Scots, had been a staunch Catholic. However, this hope quickly faded as it became clear that James was not going to be the Catholic-friendly monarch they had hoped for. It was against this backdrop that a group of 13 discontented Catholics, including our very own Guy Fawkes, began to hatch a plan. They were not just any group of men, but a collective of well-connected individuals, armed with determination and a shared belief that drastic action was needed to change the status quo. These men felt that their religion was under attack and that their government was to blame. Their scheme, which would later be known as the Gunpowder Plot, was a radical solution to their plight. The plan was to blow up the Houses of Parliament during its state opening, an event that would ensure the presence of the king, his heirs, and the whole political establishment. The plotters believed that this act of terror would trigger a popular uprising and pave the way for a Catholic monarch to ascend the throne. The men met in secret, often under the cover of darkness, to plan their audacious act. They secured a lease to a cellar beneath the Houses of Parliament, where they began to store barrels of gunpowder. The plot was in motion. The die was cast. The stage was set for a plot that would shake the foundations of the British government. How did a plot to blow up the British Parliament unfold? It's a question that has captivated the minds of historians for centuries. To answer it, we must transport ourselves back to the early 17th century, a time of religious tension and political intrigue. The Gunpowder Plot was a meticulously planned conspiracy, a scheme devised by 13 discontented Catholics to assassinate King James I and most of the Protestant aristocracy. The man at the heart of it all was none other than Guy Fawkes, a seasoned soldier with a burning desire for change. Fawkes wasn't the mastermind behind the plot, but his role was crucial. As the one entrusted with lighting the fuse to 20 barrels of gunpowder hidden beneath the House of Lords, he was the final piece of the puzzle that could have changed the course of British history forever. But as we know, history had other plans. The plot was discovered just in the nick of time, in the late hours of November the 4th, 1605. A letter of warning sent to a Catholic lord had aroused suspicion. The king's men, on high alert, conducted a thorough search of the Parliament buildings. In the undercroft beneath the House of Lords, they found Fawkes, who was guarding the stockpile of gunpowder. His arrest was swift, and with him, the hopes of the Gunpowder Plot were dashed. His capture, however, didn't mark the end of the plot. It merely set the stage for a dramatic unraveling. Fawkes, a man of unyielding resolve, refused to give up his co-conspirators during the initial interrogations. It was only after days of relentless questioning and torture that he revealed the names of his fellow plotters. The fallout was immediate. The conspirators, once hopeful of sparking a Catholic uprising, found themselves hunted down by the king's men. Some were captured. Others died in the ensuing fights, but none escaped fate. The failure of the Gunpowder Plot sent shockwaves throughout England. It was a stark reminder of the religious divide that cut through the heart of the nation. The plotters, in their bid to liberate their fellow Catholics, had inadvertently solidified the Protestant reign. Fawkes, the man who had come so close to altering the course of British history, was sentenced to a traitor's death. His execution, however, was as dramatic as the plot he was part of. On the day of his execution, he leapt from the gallows, breaking his neck and thus avoiding the brutalities of the typical traitor's death. The plot had failed, but the story was far from over. The Gunpowder Plot, though unsuccessful, left an indelible mark on British history. Its echoes can still be heard today in the crackling fires and exploding fireworks of Guy Fawkes Night, a tradition that serves as a stark reminder of a plot that could have changed everything. What were the repercussions of such a daring plot, you may ask? Well, let's delve into the aftermath of the Gunpowder Plot. The plot's failure led to an immediate and intense manhunt for those involved. Many of the conspirators fled London following the plot's discovery. However, their freedom was short-lived. In a desperate bid for survival, several plotters engaged in a violent standoff with the king's men at Holbeach House in Staffordshire. This resulted in the death of some conspirators, while others were captured and later executed in the most grisly manner of that era, drawn and quartered. The repercussions of the Gunpowder Plot were not just confined to the conspirators. It sent shockwaves through the political landscape of England. The ruling class, already suspicious of Catholics, became even more wary. The plot intensified the persecution of Catholics and further widened the religious divide in England. Catholics were subjected to stringent regulations and restrictions, and their loyalty to the crown was constantly questioned. The cultural impact of the plot was equally profound. It birthed a new annual tradition, now known as Bonfire Night, or Guy Fawkes Night. Celebrated on the 5th of November, this event commemorates the failed plot with bonfires, fireworks, and the burning of Guy Fawkes effigies. It's a vivid reminder of that fateful night when the Houses of Parliament were nearly blown to smithereens. The plot also found a place in popular culture, becoming a symbol of rebellion and resistance. The image of Guy Fawkes, particularly his stylized depiction in the graphic novel and film V for Vendetta, has been adopted by various protest movements worldwide. In essence, the gunpowder plot didn't just fizzle out with the capture and execution of its conspirators. It triggered a cascade of events that forever altered the socio-political fabric of England. It served as a grim reminder of the lengths people would go to for the sake of their beliefs and the devastating consequences of such actions. The gunpowder plot left an indelible mark on British history. How does the memory of a failed plotter live on centuries later? That's the question we grapple with as we explore the enduring legacy of Guy Fawkes and the infamous gunpowder plot. Guy Fawkes, once a man, is now an idea, a symbol of resistance against perceived tyranny. His name, his story, his visage, all have been adopted and adapted by various movements and individuals across time, each finding resonance in the tale of a man willing to die for his beliefs. Let's start with the most visible aspect of this legacy, the Guy Fawkes mask. Originally popularized by the graphic novel and film V for Vendetta, this stylized representation of Fawkes's face has been donned by protesters worldwide. It's a powerful symbol, a unified face of dissent against oppressive regimes and corrupt institutions. From the Occupy Wall Street movement to the Arab Spring, the Guy Fawkes mask has become a universal emblem of resistance. But the legacy of Guy Fawkes extends beyond the mask. In England, his name is synonymous with the annual celebration of Bonfire Night, also known as Guy Fawkes Night. Commemorating the failure of the gunpowder plot, this event serves as a stark reminder of the destructive consequences of extremism. Yet it's also a celebration of the resilience of democracy, a testament to the enduring power of the people. And then there's the cultural impact. Fawkes's story has been retold countless times in literature, film, and television, each retelling adding another layer to the complex tapestry of his legacy. Some portray him as a villain, a man driven by fanaticism, others as a hero, a martyr for the cause of freedom. Though the plot failed, the memory of Guy Fawkes lives on, a testament to the power of ideas and the lasting impact of history. Fawkes may not have changed the course of history in the way he intended, but his story continues to inspire, to provoke, and to remind us of the potent intersection of belief, action, and consequence. What can we learn from the story of Guy Fawkes and the gunpowder plot? As we delve into the historical significance of the gunpowder plot, it's essential to remember that history isn't just a series of dates and events. It's a rich tapestry of human experience, shaped by individuals and their ideas, and the gunpowder plot is no exception. The plot itself, born out of a group of men's desperation and conviction, stands as a stark reminder of the lengths people will go to when they feel oppressed and unheard. The conspirators, including Guy Fawkes, believed so deeply in their cause that they were willing to stake their lives on it. It's a testament to the power of conviction and the danger it can pose when coupled with desperation. Moreover, the gunpowder plot underscores the necessity of dialogue and understanding in a pluralistic society. The plot was a product of its time, a period of religious intolerance and political strife. Today, we face our own sets of challenges. While the specifics differ, the underlying tensions, those of differing beliefs, values, and visions for the future, remain. The story of Guy Fawkes and the gunpowder plot also serves to highlight the importance of critical thinking. It encourages us to question, to probe deeper than surface narratives, and to grapple with the complexities of our historical legacy. After all, history isn't black and white, but a myriad of grays. Finally, the gunpowder plot reminds us of the lasting impact of historical events. It's a story that's endured for more than 4 centuries, shaping cultural traditions, inspiring works of art, and influencing political discourse. It's a testament to the enduring power of history and the role it plays in shaping our present and future. As we remember Guy Fawkes and the Gunpowder Plot, let us reflect on the power of individuals, the influence of ideas, and the lasting impact of historical events.